Welcome to the first installment of our three-part deep dive, Trump, Trauma, and Taking Care. We're unpacking the psychological wreckage of Trump's reign. Because let's face it, his tactics weren't just political, they were abusive. Tonight, we start with the core traits that make him a walking red flag. Buckle up, Kitty Collective. It's time to call it like it is. Trump's reign wasn't just about politics. It was a masterclass in manipulation. His gaslighting, power plays, and chaos tactics mirror the worst of toxic relationships, leaving many emotionally battered. But here's the good news. Recognizing the abuse is step one. Tonight, we'll break down the red flags, unpack the psychological impact, and arm you with the tools to protect your peace. Because surviving the madness isn't just about dodging the claws, it's about sharpening your own. We have a lot to unpack, so grab your kitty crunchies and let's dig in.
In Springfield, they're eating the cats. They're eating the pets.
Donald Trump's behavior has been widely analyzed through the lens of narcissism, aligning with traits common in narcissistic abuse, such as self-importance, demand for admiration, and empathy deficits. As research from the American Psychological Association highlights, narcissists prioritize their image over others' concerns, evident in Trump's constant self-aggrandizement and disregard for criticism. Trump's manipulation tactics, including gaslighting, where he distorts reality and undermines the truth, further align with narcissistic abuse, as seen in his baseless claims about the 2020 election and media attacks. However, it's important to consider the perspective of Trump's critics, who, as noted in MacArthur's recent article, argue that Trump is not merely narcissistic but a solipsist, someone who exists in a world solely defined by himself, without regard for others. Unlike a narcissist, who craves external validation, a solipsist like Trump thrives on attention, particularly when it's negative, as it keeps him at the center of the conversation. This behavior, while still manipulative and destructive, is rooted in a profound detachment from the realities and perspectives of others, including even his supporters. Trump's gaslighting tactics, like his denial of facts and misinformation, are designed not just to manipulate, but to reinforce his reality, rendering outside opinions irrelevant. This aligns with the solipsistic view, where the external world exists only insofar as it reflects back to him. This view alters how his behavior should be understood, shifting from a mere narcissistic lens to a more complex form of self-centered dominance. In either case, Trump's behavior demonstrates a need for control, whether through narcissistic manipulation or solipsistic detachment. In his leadership, this solipsistic nature extends beyond personal relationships, affecting his political decisions. For example, Trump's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic and his focus on shifting blame without empathy mirrors both narcissistic and solipsistic tendencies, where he prioritizes his personal narrative over public welfare, ignoring the broader consequences of his actions. The blend of narcissism and solipsism creates a unique psychological landscape where Trump's behavior, whether it involves gaslighting, blame shifting, or emotional blindness, functions not just to manipulate, but to maintain his version of reality, where only his truth matters. This complex psychological makeup has broader implications for both his leadership style and the impact on his followers, who may be led to question their reality in favor of his self-constructed narrative. Thus, understanding Trump requires a multifaceted approach that accounts for both the narcissistic traits of control and manipulation, as well as the solipsistic detachment that fuels his disregard for others, whether in relationships or political decisions. This duality deepens the emotional and psychological impact of his leadership on both individuals and society at large. That's just the beginning. Trump's behavior isn't just unsettling, it's triggering. In Part 2, we'll dive into the mental health impact of living through this chaos, but in the meantime, look after yourself. This has been Mr. G for Political Kitties. Stay curious, stay informed, and always keep your perspective. Meow for now.